Welcome to the MIT at Innovation Program podcast. This is a repository of insights by thought leaders and practitioners of innovation where they speak about their views, insights, and experiences. Come join us.
Hello everyone and welcome to yet another exciting initiative by MIT ID Innovation Program. On behalf of the Head of Innovation Program, Associate Professor Harshit Desai, the core team and the alumni, we are grateful to be amongst you all hosting this session today. For those who are joining us for the first time today, we'd like to inform you that MIT stands for Ever Progressive 4-decade-old Maharashtra Institute of Technology. ID stands for MIT's 15-year-old pioneering Institute of Design. MIT ID's latest contribution to strengthening the global innovation ecosystem is the one-year innovation program, which focuses on 4 pillars of design, business, technology, and humanities. The key features and differentiators for this one-year course are a hands-on, highly customized, pro-practical, project-heavy based learning, deep emotions, and humanities. We welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Chinmay Vadnere, Director, Outreach and Operations, Jagriti Yatra. Jagriti Yatra is a 15-day-long national train journey that takes you 8,000 kilometers across the length and breadth of India to understand and build the India of smaller towns and villages through enterprise. You meet role models, change makers, leaders that start out on journey just like you and made a difference to thousands of lives. You forge bonds with like-minded young leaders, your co-Yatris and complete strangers. They become your closest friends and comrades for life. You will be exposed to role models who are building India through enterprise. Through them, you will find inspiration to undertake your own building journey. 500 youngsters selected from thousands of applicants, many from small towns and villages, joins the Yatra every year with the goal of creating awareness and start a movement of building India through enterprise. Their mission is to nurture 1 lakh entrepreneurs by 2022 and create 10 lakh jobs in the process. This is our 40th industry interaction this season, and I, Ishan Dubey, proud alumni of MIT ID Innovation Program, welcome you all once again to this thoughtfully curated innovation journey. Please do read our chat for other important pointers. A warm welcome once again. Chinmay, over to you.
Hi, Ishan. Thank you so much, firstly, for the introduction. And thank you, Priya Madam and Harshit Sir, for inviting me for this event. I would also, before we start, I would like to say a few words. Today we are going to talk about how can we build India through enterprise, and why is that so, and why building India through enterprise. I will go more in detail into it. So before we start, I would like to request Ishan if you can please play that 90-second video and post that video. We can then start our presentation. I just explain that firstly, I will be talking about, first we will see the video. Post that video, I will be talking about Jagriti Yatra, what it is, and the whole philosophy of Jagriti Yatra, that is building India through enterprise. Why we believe in this philosophy, and what is the role we, the young nation, can play to define or to change, our country through enterprise. So this is the structure of today's program. And before we start, I request Ishan if you can please play that 90-second video.
I will do it, Chinmay, from my side. Yeah.
Sure. Right. Vishan, if you can stop sharing your screen. Yeah. So after seeing this video, I'm sure you guys must have gotten some idea that why we are here and what we are talking about. It's Jagriti Yatra, as the word means, a journey of awakening. Uh, so what is Jagriti Yatra? As you saw in the video, there was a train, there were heaps of people. This video was shot in 2012. Earlier, it was an 18-day journey with 400 participants. We now every year we take around 500 students now for 15 days with one aim in mind, that how can we build India through enterprise. Now, why build India through enterprise? I will start this presentation. I will share you the insights about Jagriti Yatra and why our philosophy, why we believe in this philosophy. So let me start the presentation. Can you see the screen? Yes, you can.
Yes.
As you saw in the video, there's a train. There were students from the age group of 20 to 27, and they were circumnavigating the length and breadth of the country with the common motto of building India through enterprise. Jagriti Yatra takes 500 young students. When I say young, you don't need to be into your early 30s or your early 20s. You should be young at heart. The aim is that we take these students on a 15 days train journey. As you can see here, it starts from Mumbai. Every year, it's a special design train which has 20 bogies, and in these 20 bogies, it's a very experientially designed train, wherein there are blog rooms, there are conference room on train, catering will be served, there are showers, there are 2 separate bogies of girls and boys, which is especially for the showers on train. There are close to 5 bogies of boys, 4 bogies of girls separate. In between there is a teams, there are close to 4 bogies of team, so this is what this is a very experientially designed train for 15 days, a 20 bogies train, and we circumnavigate the length and breadth of the country. We start from Mumbai. Day 2 we go to Hubli, then we move to Bangalore all the way till Visakhapatnam, then we go further north in Delhi, and then we come back to Mumbai. This is how the route is. In these 15 days, what we do is we meet various role models. Various role models from these cities. We visit their institution, enterprises, and with a common aim. Like the aim is what inspiration can we draw from these role models, these enterprises, these institutes, to have our own enterprise. Now, why are we emphasizing, we at Jagriti Yatra, why are we emphasizing more on having your own enterprise? So if you can see, this is how the bifurcation of the India's demography is. There's this tier 1 districts, which is the metros. There's this tier 2 districts, which is small towns and villages and cities. And then there is this tier 3 district, which is usually tier 3s are there are lack of resources, not a population of more than 50,000. These are tier 3 districts. So what we say is that majority of India lies in this tier 2 district. Now they are aspirational, they have the talent, but they don't have the right resources. And this is the middle India which we want to target. And this is the middle India wherein we want to reach out to, and we want to say that if you have the right talent, we want to provide you the necessary exposure so that you can have your own enterprise. And to tell you, India is a very young nation. The average age of India is 27, right? If I may ask, what's the average age of, say, for example, Japan? It's 40 plus. So and there are several such economies in the world wherein their average age is is 35 plus. Well, where the rest of the world is becoming it's aging, the average population, the age of the average population, they are aging. India is becoming younger and younger. Now, it is a great asset for a country like India to have, because we have a really young workforce, correct? At the same time, it is a very bigger challenge. Why I say that is because unemployment might increase. There is even a bigger challenge because the youth of the country, we cannot be reliant on government. We cannot be reliant on private companies. Even they have certain limitation. We are saying that if you have the talent, why don't you explore that talent in yours to have your own enterprise, which is why we at Jagriti Yatra have come with this journey, Jagriti Yatra, wherein our aim is how can we build India through enterprise. And when we see that 60% of the total population will be youth in the next 20 years, which is from this 600 billion, which is from the tier 2 district. We want to nurture, as it says, our aim is to inspire and encourage the inhabitants of tier 2 and 3 districts of India that have passion and lack talent, but lack exposure and support to discover their purpose through self-employment. So this is what our aim is. And what is the demography of the train? If you see, when 500 students are selected, every year we receive close to 20,000 applications who wish to join Jagriti Yatra. We do not select every one of them. We select only 500. And the way we select them is they are from various states. They are from various backgrounds, various demography, so that as you can see, more than 250 districts are covered. 60-40, so 60% of them are non-urban from tier 2, tier 3 districts of India. 40% are urban. And we also have an international presentation of close to 23 countries. When we say that 500 students, we want to ensure that we have the best of the lot, best of the 20,000 students. So it's a simple online process wherein if you want to be a part of Jagriti Yatra, and if you feel that you have your entrepreneurial spirit within you, you need to register to Jagriti Yatra website, right? On the website, it's simple. You need to log on to www.jagritiyatra.com. Once you log in, there's a basic registration form that you need to fill in. Once you fill in that registration form, then comes the test, that a simple online exam that one needs to give. On that online exam, it's not important that what educational background you're coming from. You might be a 10th class fail, or you might be, an IIT, IIM alumni pass out. What's important is that how different or how radical your thinking is. Like, for example, one of the question is that which is the biggest problem India has to face in next 1 decade? And what is the solution you have towards it? So anyone can give a very general answer to this, but we want to identify such profiles who have a very radical answer and a very radical solution towards a problem statement. And if you have a radical thinking, rational thinking, you're on track. So that's how we select 500 people. And these 500 people are from, as we can see here, it's from 29 different states, right, of India. The profiles are such that you can be a student, entrepreneur, employee, government, servant, etc., etc. A diversified mix of group. You can be, you're called as a participant or a yatri if you are from the age group of 20 to 27. So the minimum age to be a part of this journey is from the age group of 20 to 27, right? If you are above 27, you can still apply, but in that case, you have to apply as a facilitator. Like, you should have some entrepreneurial background, you should have some leadership skills, because this facilitator acts as a group leader of a group in particular. So this is how you guys can apply, and this is a demography. Every year we have about 500 students on train. Now, what do we do in these 15 days? What's the essence of Jagriti Yatra? The essence of Jagriti Yatra is that every day in say about 15 days, we meet role models, institutes, enterprises. We have a panel discussions with the whole motto of inspiring the students. To give you an example, I'll give you one of the example of, in fact, I'll show you this map again. If you can see what we do in this 15 days, we start from Mumbai, we go to Hubli say, so overnight, usually what we do is the whole train, overnight Yatris, we call them, the participants, the Yatris sleep inside the train, and next day morning, they reach a destination, they have their breakfast in train, and then they leave, they get out of the train, and then they go for a role model visit. They do a role model visit, and then in the evening, they come back to the train, board the train, and then they leave for the next destination. Again, we will travel overnight by train, and next day morning, we reach next destination, and this goes on for the next 15 days. Now, to give you a more practical example, for example, we've traveled on 27th of December from Bangalore. We leave Bangalore in the evening, and the next morning, say about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we will reach Madurai, right? Now, when we reach Madurai, the participants will deboard the train, and then there'll be buses arranged at the in the platform. Participants will have to board the buses, and then they will leave for the role model visit. Now, who's the role model over here in Madurai? We have a Arvind Eye Care Hospital. So we cover, so one of our iconic role model, I would say, Arvind Eye Care. What's special about Arvind Eye Care is that, and I'll speak more about it. I'm sure very few of you might know about Arvind Eye Care Hospital, but they are doing some exceptional work. Every year, Arvind Eye Care usually, firstly, let's try to understand what Arvind Eye Care solution is. What solution is Arvind Eye Care providing to the society? If you know, there is this cataract surgery everyone has to go. Most of us have to go. This small cataract surgery post 60 years of age. You might have seen your grandfather, grandmother undergoing this surgery. If and there is a small lens that needs to be operated inside your eye, and that's how that surgery is done. It's called cataract surgery. Now, initially in the early 90s and early 2000s, I would also say this surgery was not feasible to do. Why? Because it was very expensive. And if this cataract surgery is not, a person might get blind also. So Dr. V, we call him. So Dr. V started Arvind Eye Care Hospital, identifying this problem that if a person does not undergo this surgery, he will get blind. So he wanted to eradicate this needless blindness, right? This person started Arvind Eye Care Hospital. Dr. V started Arvind Eye Care Hospital at the age of 57 with 11 beds, right? After starting, he started with 11 beds, and today Arvind Eye Care is world's largest eye care productive facility. How did he reach there? Every year, Arvind Eye Care today does more than 6 lakh cataract surgeries, correct? Out of which 60% of the cataract surgery is free of cost, and they only charge for 40%. So, and still they are making profits. So how did this happen? So this is called as cross-subsidy model. What I'm trying to say is, every day we meet such iconic role models, and we try to understand their business model, their social enterprise model, right? And the whole idea is that how can we draw inspiration from these role models, their enterprises, their institutes, their business model, their social enterprise model, to develop, gain inspiration, and start something of our own. So this is what we do in these 15 days. And as you can see, it's a very experientially designed train journey. We meet social and business role models. We meet in these 15 days, we have a panel discussion at 5 different locations, wherein we invite people from a specific domain, and then we do a panel discussion. The third important learning curve, one is panel discussion, one is meeting role models. Third is peer-to-peer learning. We have cases in Jagriti Yatra wherein 500 students coming on train, the peer-to-peer learning that happens is magical. And there have been several examples, which I'll speak in a bit. There have been several examples in past that most of them have found their co-founders on the Atra. They met in the Atra and they have their own enterprises now. There's several examples as such. So this is, as you can see, 25 iconic entrepreneurs we meet at 12 different locations. Guidance from mentors and sector experts. Participants from diverse backgrounds. These are the 3 main learning curves in Jagriti Yatra. Now, what's the eligibility? I've already spoken about this. Participants, as you can see here, Yatris we call them. You can be a Yatri if you are, as I've said already, there's a basic registration form you guys need to fill. The basic registration forms you guys need to fill on the Jagriti Yatra website. Register yourself, fill the form, submit the application, and then there will be a team which will assess your application. So the eligibility criteria for you guys, if you guys are interested, and if you find a value in this program, and if you feel that you have the entrepreneurial spirit in you, you guys should apply. So the basic criteria is from 20 to 27. If you are in this age group, you can apply. If you are about 27, you can still apply, but you need to have 25, aged about 25 years. You need to have some good communication skills, which is essential because you need to play a role of a team leader. That's why we term it as facilitator. So you can still apply if you're about 27, but you need to have some good experience and you need to have some entrepreneurial background. So this is the eligibility criteria to be part of Jagriti Yatra. Then once you apply, once you submit the application, there is a pool of, I would say, one application is assessed by at least 4 evaluators. Once one application is evaluated, then comes and then out of the 4 evaluators, one participant is selected, right? So one application is screened through 4 evaluators, and that's how we reach to a conclusion whether this applicant is eligible to be part of Jagriti Yatra or not. Because not that the profiles that we select are exceptional, all we are looking at it is that the person should have, the person is willing to be part of this journey and has some entrepreneurial skills and wants to harness his entrepreneurial skills. Which is why we select 500 candidates out of the pool of say 20,000 applications. We select 500 every year, and then you're part of this journey. And then there is a payment structure. So every year, so what's the fees of this journey? So out of the 500 lot, 60% is like it is exempted. If you see, for a 15 days train journey, it's a special design train. A lot of operational costs is involved. Jagriti Yatra is an NGO, and we get majority of the funding from the private donors. Google, Dell, Rolls-Royce, Coca-Cola, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. These are some of the partners who fund us for this program because they believe that this program has the potential and can create a larger impact in our country, which is why they fund this program. And then there's a basic registration fee that each participant needs to fill in, which is rupees 7,000. Every participant needs to fill this 7,000 registration fee, which includes your insurance, which includes your stationery, and everything is covered in that. If you are a facilitator, if you are about 27 years of age, and if you are coming from a good background, and you're doing, and if you're financially stable, in that case, the fees is 70,000 rupees. But that is only 20% of the Yatris, or 20% of 500, which is roughly 100 participants, pay this much amount of money. Rest, then there is second level of sponsorship, wherein if you are a student, but if you are earning, but you still want to be part of this journey, for them it is level 2 scholarship, which is roughly around 40,000 rupees. And then there's level 3 scholarship. If you are from if you are from a tier 3 district, if you are from a humble background, for them it is 14,000 rupees for 15 days, and everything is covered in that. Mostly 60% of the participants, we don't charge, we only charge for the basic registration fee. Then 40% is level 1, level 2 sponsorship we collect from, right? So this is the payment structure. Now, what's the impact? As I said earlier about building India through enterprise, this is our motto and this is the philosophy of Jagriti. So we did an impact report in 2018. We said that we started in 2008, and on the 10th anniversary 2018, we did an impact report. We were trying to assess that with the motto that we had started, of creating an impact, inspiring the students to be entrepreneurs, have their own enterprises, have we really done justice to that? So we did an impact report in 2018, and we were a alumni network of 5,000 plus people by then. As you know, every year 500 students. In 10 years, we are an alumni network of 5,000 plus students, out of which, if you can see, more than 28% were turned into entrepreneurs. And they, which is roughly 1,400 students. They were having a decent career. They switched their career and they are now full-time entrepreneurs. Through these 1,400 enterprises that have been created out of the 5,000 lot, we have created an employment of more than 27,000, right? So this is the impact that we have created. Now, what we at Jagdathi, our aim is that we want to create 1 lakh such enterprises by 2021. And we are in that direction currently. We are parallel running 5-6 programs apart from Jagriti Yatra, wherein we want to identify the right talent in India who has that entrepreneurial spirit. We want to harness their skills, and we want to help them shape their enterprise. Through Jagriti Yatra, out of the 5,000 alumni, we have already created 1,400 plus enterprises, out of which 27,000 plus jobs have already been created. And this was the impact assessment done in the year 2018. Latest figures will be of 2018, 2021 we'll be doing this year. So that's the impact of Jagriti, what we've created. To talk about the success stories, there have been a lot of, as you can see, now what are the real life stories? If I can share some of these stories with you, I can share one story with you of Silva Kumar. So Silva Kumar, as you can see, Silva Kumar was a 2017 Yatri, and he started his, even he was, he joined the Yatra in 2017. He had this passion towards agriculture, and he wanted to do something, he wanted to create, he wanted to have his own enterprise. He joined the Yatra, got inspired, and today he has his own enterprise called Will Fresh, which is doing great. To give you one more example, this is one of the Yatri called Chirag Jain, who met his co-founder on the Atra. They had this thought, they had this idea, we want to resolve the parking issue in India. They wanted to, they were from metros. Chirag was from Delhi, Rasik Pansare, who is from Nasik. They met on this train journey. They saw synergies in terms of their thought process. and they said that they had this thought: can we eradicate the parking problem in our country? There are a lot of issues in Delhi, Mumbai, metro cities, especially for parking. Can we eliminate this problem? And that's how they formed a company called Get My Parking, which is today one of the top 10 hot startups of India. So these are the few success stories. I mean, there are a lot of success stories that have come out of Jagriti Yatra. And like I said earlier, a lot of people, a lot of Yatris found their co-founders on the journey. They meet, they interact, exchange ideas, they come up with a solution, collaborate, and have their own enterprise. So that's what, in a nutshell, Jagriti Yatra is. And prerequisite of the Jagriti Yatra: follow your passion and dreams, enhance leadership skills, develop social responsibility, partner with multiple stakeholders, interact with award-winning entrepreneurs on ground, exposure to social and business role models, connect with Jagriti Yatra, strong network of 5,000 plus alumni, explore the diversity of our great nation, India. So this is what Jagriti Yatra is. We can now, over to you, Ishant. I've explained what Jagriti Yatra is. We can now take questions from audience.
Yes. It was a great presentation. And we have questions coming in from our audience. And one is, yeah. Yes. So we have questions. The first question is from Maitri Bharadwaj. She is a student innovator. And the question is, what would be the contribution provided from Jagriti Yatra team in terms of skilling workshops, sessions conducted during the journey to the participants?
Great. So, great question. So as I said, Maitri, that what we do is, in this train journey, we travel overnight by train. The next day morning, we do there are buses available on train. We do a role model visit, and then we go back to we come back to our house. We come back to the train, and then we are set for the next destination. In the evening, we have planned several sessions. For example, business canvas modeling, design thinking. These are like skill building workshops we take during the train journey. We want to see to it that how can we equip the Yatris, what are the entrepreneurial skills required for any person to have. And that's how we are trying to keep this skills session through the expert. Then what we do in the evening is every day. So we have roughly every day we present. So we have like 12 role models. We are meeting in these 15 days. Each group has to come and present on the role model. So a group consists of 25 students. Each group has to come to the AC chair car. We call it as a conference room. So there are two bogies of AC chair car, wherein there is also an LED screen. There's a PA system wherein you can speak. There's a mic inside that bogie, and everyone, all the Yatris are invited to that AC chair car in the evening. And then each group has to present a case study on a role model. Like for example, every group is allocated a role model. One is allocated in Delhi. We meet Anshu Gupta. He is one of our role models. So there will be 2 or 3 groups who will be presenting on Anshu Gupta, in that AC chair car. So yeah, one of the learning curve is that yes, we will be taking several skills sessions, which is design thinking, innovators method, business canvas modeling, and many more. This is one part. And the second part is the students also have to present on the role model. They have to do a case study on them. That why is it that they have out of nowhere they have created an enterprise which is creating such mega impact in our nation. What is that one reason or several reasons? So these students come and present on the role model. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. 3.
And now we have the most obvious questions that It's from Archana Mohan and Kiran Sabnis. They're concerned about the virtual Jagriti Yatra or the pandemic situation. They want to know, when do you plan to start again, or any immersive experience because of the pandemic is going on. So how do you plan to tackle that?
Right. So if you see this year, on the pandemic situation, even we are closely assessing this. We already have a lot of applications for this year for Jagriti Yatra. There's a lot of interest amongst a lot of peer students that they want to be a part of the Jagriti Yatra program. Every year we do this on 24th of December till 8th of Jan for 15 days. But given the current situation, it is looking slightly difficult. However, we are closely in discussion with the Ministry of Health. Also, we are having a discussion with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who are working closely with the Serum Institute for distribution of these vaccines. So we will do the yatra only if we are 100% sure that we have taken all the necessary precautionary measures. Only then we will be doing the yatra. But if we feel that the pandemic situation has not mellowed down by before October, and the vaccines are not out yet, then we won't be doing the yatra. We are currently saying that we will be taking the executive decision on 2nd of October whether we will be doing this physical yatra or not. If we feel that it is not safe to do the physical journey for this year, we are saying that we will try to give the students the same experience. Obviously, 70% of this program is experiential learning. We are saying that at least 30% of it, which is more learning, like peer-to-peer, not peer-to-peer, but the learning from the role models. Can we create that kind of an environment for the students digitally? So we're planning, if we are not able to do a physical yatra this year, this has never happened from past 12 years. If we are not able to do it for this year, we are thinking of doing it a digital yatra this year. But we'll be taking an executive decision on that, and we will be announcing it formally on 2nd of October. As of now, the yatra is on. We will be doing the physical yatra from 24th of December. If it gets cancelled, we will be doing the digital form of it, and the announcement will be there on 2nd of October. But I would encourage all of those students who are watching this. I would encourage you all that please do visit. Please do register yourself for Jagriti Yatra. If you could not be part of Jagriti this year, no worries. You would be still eligible for next year, right? If the Yatra is not done. So yeah.
Great. We have a question from Uktika Panbude. The question is, after this yatra, will there be some support system for the guidance?
Support system for the guidance, yeah. So I would say that Jagriti Yatra is Jagriti. We have a strong network. You see, we are an alumni network of 5,000 plus. I mean 6,000 plus yatris now, and we have a special group of a Google group which we've created. People do come in and people do ask questions. They have if they have any questions related to their enterprises, we have a pool of mentors who try to help them. The support system in a more formal way. So what I'm saying is it is in a more informal way, because there's a Google group wherein you can, if a yatri, if he's stuck somewhere in his enterprise creation, he can always seek out help from our alumni. So that is one. There's another thing that we have come up with is that we've been recently granted the ACIC, that is Huddle Community Innovation Center, which is being funded by the government, an incubation center at a community level, which has been given only to 24 institutes have been granted this, and we are one of them. So we've tried to create we are already creating an entrepreneurial ecosystem over there in Gorakhpur. So there will be a physical incubation center in Gorakhpur. Obviously, if those who want to be part of, those who wants a further guidance beyond Yatra, they can enroll through this program. Or we are also coming up with a Jagriti Enterprise Center. It's a very lavish, humongous enterprise center which is being built in a small village. We believe that we should not have a poor solution for poor people, which is why we are building a great enterprise center in Barpar, a small village near Devariya district. So to talk about support, this is the support that we'll be providing to these students. And yes, we have a pool of mentors with us. If any one of our alumni, Yatri, who's stuck somewhere in enterprise creation, we connect them usually. Yeah.
Okay, great. We have one last question from Siddharth Darkar, and he wants to know, in all the applicants, what kind of skill set and mindset you primarily focus on for evaluating the facilitators?
Okay. So for evaluating the facilitators, it's important that a person should have a good experience. He should have some background. He should be firstly, he should be an entrepreneurial by himself. If he's not an entrepreneur, he should at least have some leadership skills in his own, wherever he's working. Why? Because this person, facilitator, plays a very crucial role in the Atra. So there are 4 layers of management that happens. One is the core team. Right? Then there is the external team, which is the volunteers. They come and join the Yatra. Now, volunteers and the core team works very closely to each other. And then the core team is also very closely connected with these facilitators. Why? Because these facilitators are then going to take care of their entire group, right? So, which is why it's important that this facilitator, he should be responsible. He should have good communication skills. He should have good leadership skills, because then he can he can transfer that knowledge to these students and create that dynamic environment amongst a group. By the way, the group, when I say one group usually has, or one cohort, I would say one cohort has 6 students or 6 yatris plus 1 facilitator. If you see, whenever you've traveled by train, you can see that there are 6 berths. 3 berths on the left side, 3 berths on the right side in a compartment, and then there are 2 side upper berths, upper berth and lower berth.
Right.
Now that one compartment is one cohort, right? And in one cohort there are 7 students. Out of these the 7 yatris, I would say. Out of these 7 yatris, 1 is a facilitator and 6 are yatris. Now these all these 7 yatris in one cohort are from a diversified background. They are not from they are not CAs, they are not engineers, they are not doctors. They are from different educational background, different geographical background, and different economical background. Why? Because if you're staying in one group, we want that the interaction should be maximum and the learning should be maximum. So which is why we've tried to, one cohort has a very dynamic and a different diversified participants, which is led by one facilitator. So yeah, so this is the skills that we usually look for in a facilitator.
All right. So I think that answers all the curiosity our attendees have. So for any more questions, do reach out to us offline and on LinkedIn as well. For those who would want to join as facilitators and the yatris, they can log on to www.jagritiyatra.com. And now to conclude, a special thanks to our guest speaker, innovator, Chinmay Vadnere, for his time and sharing the value-add takeaways from his entrepreneurship loving journey. This curated series will feature a variety of industry thought leaders who are a part of global MITID innovation ecosystem. We encourage you to connect with us via our social channels to know more about MITID innovation program and upcoming engagements and online courses. For those interested in becoming top-notch innovators, we invite you to explore our courses that will fast-track your careers. So log on to www.mitidinnovation.com to kickstart your innovation journey with MIT ID Innovation Program. As an alumni, I vouch for the lifelong learnings from this one-year experience. Let's learn, innovate, and lead. Yours innovatively, Ishan Dubey signing off. To everyone, stay connected, stay safe, and keep innovating every day.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chinmay, for joining in, and I think we'll have more of such interactions to ensure that the right kind of participants are able to get value from the Jagriti Yatra. And let's plan things ahead and be in touch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ishan. Thank you so much, Harshit sir, and thank you so much, Priya ma'am, for arranging this.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Chinmay.
Bye.